J.K. Rowling slams Putin for shocking remark. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter books, has responded to Russian President Vladimir Putin's remark on March 25th, in which he accused the West of attempting to erase Russia's rich musical and literary culture. Rowling retaliated when Russian President Vladimir Putin dragged her into a rant against efforts to cancel Russian culture on a national television program with leading cultural figures. Critiques of Western cancel culture are possibly not best made by those currently executing civilians for the crime of resistance or who arrest and poison their opponents, Rowling tweeted in response to Putin's cancel culture remark on March 25th. Hashtag I stand with Ukraine. She also posted a 2021 story about Alexei Navalny, a jailed Putin critic. Rowling has revealed that she has been collaborating with the Ukrainian government since 2013 through Lumos, her children's charity. Since Russia invaded Ukraine in late February 2022, the author has advocated for the children stuck in war zones and orphanages in Ukraine, and she has asked her fans and followers to aid by donating the children stranded in war zones and orphanages in Ukraine. In his speech, Putin compared cancel culture to Nazi book burning. Putin had previously equated recent Western criticisms of Russia to attempt to have Rowling's license revoked due to her opinions on transgender issues. Rowling has been chastised for stating that she supports transgender rights but does not feel that biological sex should be abolished. Putin lamented the cancellations of a number of Russian cultural events in recent weeks, claiming that Rowling's appearance was cancelled because she did not please the fans of so-called gender freedoms, a reference to a dispute created by her views on transgender problems. Today, they are attempting to obliterate 1,000-years-old history our people, Putin stated. I'm referring to the rising discriminations against anything related to Russia, a movement that is gaining traction in a number of Western countries, often with the full knowledge and encouragement of the ruling elites. The infamous cancel culture has devolved into a cultural cancellation. He then made a comparison between the treatment of Russian cultural figures and Rowling's exclusions for her anti-transgender ideas. Not long ago, they cancelled a children's novelist, Joanne Rowling, Putin added, because she, the creator of books that have sold hundreds of millions of copies around the world, failed to appease the champions of so-called gender rights. Rowling has been accused of transphobia in recent years, and she was embroiled in a scandal earlier this month after tweeting about International Women's Day while alluding to previous transphobic comments she'd made. On March 25th, Valery Gergiev, general director of the Mariinsky Theater in St. Petersburg, was among those who took part in a video conference with Putin. After failing to criticize Russia's invasion, Gergiev was fired as head conductor of the Munich Philharmonic on March 1st and was denied the opportunity to conduct at La Scala in Milan, Italy. The Bolshoi Ballet's performance have been cancelled at Spain's Teatro Real and London's Royal Opera House, and the Philharmonic in Cardiff, Wales, has pulled a concert on Pyotr Tchaikovsky's music from its schedule. The infamous cancel culture has devolved into a culture cancellations. Tchaikovsky, Shostakovich, and Rachmaninoff are forbidden on concert posters, as are Russian writers and their works, Putin declared in a video conference with cultural figures. He claims that the last time such a campaign was carried out was over 90 years ago by the Nazis in Germany, despite the fact that no works by Russian authors have been banned. Russia has also been prevented from competing in the Eurovision Song Contest and a number of athletic events. Russia has denied striking civilians in Ukraine as a part of special military operation began on February 24th, but Western nation claims it has repeatedly attacked civilian targets in what they describe as unprovoked and unlawful invasion. President Joe Biden had earlier labeled Putin a war criminal, and the American leader had previously chastised Russian troops for deliberately striking civilians in Ukraine. According to information and accusations of strikes on civilians and journalists, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated that Russia has committed war crimes in Ukraine. Russian forces in Ukraine appears to have changed their attentions away from a ground offensive targeted at Kyiv and towards the liberations of the contested Donbas area, indicating a new phase of the conflict. It's too early to say whether this implies President Vladimir Putin's aspirations in Ukraine have been toned back, but Russian military move this week reflect a recognition of Ukraine's surprisingly strong oppositions. Since 2014, separatists supported by Russia have occupied portions of eastern Ukraine's Donbas area. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky urged Russia to negotiate a ceasefire, but he stated that Ukraine would not agree to give up any of its land in exchange for peace. In many places of the country, Putin's forces are under siege, and the United States and other countries are speeding up their ammunition and supplies deliveries to Ukraine. Officials from the United States have recently stated that they have seen signs of Ukrainian defenders going on the attack in limited regions. The deputy chief of the Russian General Staff, putting a positive spin on things, said his forces had mainly achieved the primary goals for the first phase of what Moscow refers to as special military operations in Ukraine. That's all for today. See you in the next time for a lot more. And don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.